Hi everyone, Yasas que to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. I cannot wait to share this delicious chicken dinner idea with you. It's elegant enough to serve for a dinner party because it tastes like juicy chicken that's stuffed with Spanakopita, spinach pie filling. I mean, just absolutely delicious. If you've already tried my Mediterranean 3-cheese stuffed chicken and you liked it, you're gonna love this. Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna begin with the chicken breast. So I'm using 7 chicken breasts today because there are some smaller breasts that came in the packet, but there's enough filling in here to fill between 6 to 8 chicken breasts depending on their size. So we're gonna begin by cutting the chicken breast in half lengthwise, but don't go all the way down to the end. You don't wanna separate them. You just wanna be able to open them up all the way to add a lot of filling in the center. And then we're just gonna season them. So you can make the seasoning by mixing everything all together or by drizzling and sprinkling it on top just like I'm doing. We're gonna season all around the inside and the outside, beginning with a little bit of olive oil, some balsamic glaze. Balsamic glaze is a thicker balsamic vinegar that's just been cooked down longer, and it's sweeter and so much more flavorful. If you don't have any, you can combine some regular balsamic vinegar with about a tablespoon of honey and you'll get the same type of flavor and texture. And then we're gonna season with salt, freshly cracked black pepper, some dried oregano, and a little bit of coriander. This is ground coriander. Then we're gonna flip the chicken around and do the same thing. Olive oil, balsamic vinegar, salt, freshly cracked black pepper, ground coriander, and some dried oregano. And we'll just set this aside, let the chicken marinate for a little bit while we make the Spanakopita filling. So I have 6 scallions here that have been washed really well. I'm just gonna thinly slice them all the way down to the white parts. And these are gonna go into a large skillet with a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna cook these over medium heat until they're nice and soft and golden. Once that's done, we're gonna go in with about 4 garlic cloves that have been grated. I keep my garlic cloves already grated in the freezer and I just break off a chunk when I need it and it warms through. As soon as it's all warm through and fragrant, we're gonna go in with a pound of baby spinach leaves. And we'll do this in 2 or 3 batches, seasoning each batch of spinach very lightly with some salt and freshly cracked black pepper. I'll increase the heat to high at this point, so that way any liquid that the spinach releases will just evaporate quickly. And then once the spinach has completely wilted, I'll take the skillet off of the heat. I'll add in a heaping teaspoon of dried dill. If you have fresh dill, you can add about a tablespoon of it or season it to your liking. Then I have a pack of cream cheese here. This is gonna go in straight out of the refrigerator. If you leave it out, if you remember to leave it out at room temperature, it's just gonna incorporate much easier. And if you're not a fan of cream cheese, you can substitute ricotta cheese. It just won't bind everything as well as the cream cheese does. I love adding cream cheese to my Spanakopita filling just because it keeps everything nice and thick and creamy, and it just has the perfect flavor. Then I have a 6-ounce block of feta cheese. I'll just crumble it right in. And then just a handful or 2 of shredded mozzarella cheese, just so you can get a little bit of that gooey pull apart texture. Mix everything all together and you can give it a taste at this point. Let the Spanakopita filling cool to room temperature, and then we're going to fill our chicken breast. But while we wait for the Spanakopita filling to cool down, I like to serve this with some roasted broccoli because it tastes really good and it's such an easy side to make. I'm just gonna peel the broccoli florets off of the stems and put them in a baking pan, drizzle some olive oil over the top, and then we just season very lightly with salt and freshly cracked black pepper. This is gonna roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 or 25 minutes until it's tender. You don't wanna overcook it so that way it doesn't get too charred and it doesn't get soggy. So the broccoli is gonna be ready in no time. Now we're going to fill the chicken breast. I'll just distribute that spinach pie filling into the center of each of the chicken breasts. If there's a little bit left over, I'll just put it in the side of the tray because it'll bake and just get so flavorful and good. If you want to, you can secure the chicken breasts with 3 or 4 toothpicks just to hold them in place. I'll do some with toothpicks and some without. The thing is, when you put the toothpicks in, the chicken breast kind of stays shut. Otherwise, during the cooking time, they're gonna lift up a little bit. So it's totally up to you. The oven is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The chicken is gonna bake on the center rack for 25 minutes. Then I'll increase the heat to the broiler setting and I'll put it on the broiler high setting, but I'll leave the chicken on the same middle rack. and then let this cook for another 5 minutes. You can check the temperature of the chicken using an instant read thermometer, and as soon as it reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit, you can take it out of the oven, and then you're gonna have to let it rest for about 15 minutes. You're gonna see that there's gonna be a nice pan sauce in there. You just let it sit. It'll thicken as it cools, and you can use it to pour over the chicken and the broccoli. This does taste good with a marinara sauce, an avgolemono sauce, or even a lemony caper sauce. And that's it. Just like that, the chicken is ready. We have a whole meal ready in under an hour, just like I promised. The roasted broccoli is one of the easiest sides that you can make. And of course, if you don't have broccoli, you can totally use cauliflower instead, or just a combination of whatever veggies that you have on hand. Just place them on a sheet pan, drizzle them with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and that's all you need. You roast them at 400 until they're fork tender, and you have a delicious and healthy side that's ready at the same time that your main dish is cooking. So the chicken stays juicy. The hardest part about cooking chicken breast is overcooking it, and that can easily happen when you're stuffing it, but not if you follow my step-by-step instructions. The chicken is gonna cook and it's gonna be perfectly juicy. That filling is gonna add so much creaminess and so much depth of flavor. It releases a lot of pan juices, so the spinach releases its juices, the chicken releases its juices, and it creates its own sauce. But of course, like I said earlier, you can definitely warm up a can of pasta sauce or a jar of pasta sauce, or if you make your own, definitely make it and warm it on the stovetop, and you could serve this on top of the chicken. Or if you like a more lemony, a more bright and lemony flavor, I have a delicious lemony caper sauce that I'll post on the website. You can choose either one of the sauces or just serve it like that. This tastes delicious, maybe with some roasted potatoes, cauliflower rice, a salad, or if you like pasta, tastes really good with pasta too. The exact measurements are on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. Head on over there to print this recipe out, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you want to learn how to make the Mediterranean 3-cheese stuffed chicken, click over here, and I'll see you right over there. Yes, us.